All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the Apostle of Israel, aka the Apostle of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick. So I came across this on the news, well, online news, and it was a article speaking on Putin, and it says Putin orders tactical nuclear weapon drills to deter the West. Now, the three countries that it mentioned threats from was from here, America, the UK, and France. I believe something Macron said a couple not too long ago, right? So I'm gonna get right into the article. Look at the article. This is from today. I think today's the 6th, right? Yeah, I think today's the 6th. Right? So it says Moscow, Russia said on Monday it would practice the deployment of tactical nuclear weapons as part of a military exercise after what the Moscow said were threats from France, Britain, and United States. Now I don't know, but I think it was this past week or maybe this past week that France just did a no, was it France or UK? One of them just did something with some nuclear weapons, like, nuclear weapon tests or whatnot. So, like, this thing is brewing, man. You know what I'm saying? This is all YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI mustering the battle and gathering the nations, man. Because, like, this is about to go down soon. So everybody's getting ready. So it says, since Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, has repeatedly warned of rising nuclear risk. Warnings which the United States says has to take seriously, though U.S. officials say they have seen no change in Russia's nuclear posture. So they say. But they've been kicked, but yet you've been giving Ukraine billions of dollars. So you talk about you don't see nothing in their arsenal, but like maybe they ain't show you nothing, man. And you ain't put no troops on the ground in Ukraine. And you ain't been moving like they some small potatoes. Reading on, it says Russia said the United States and its European allies are pushing the world. No, it says Russia said the United States and its European allies are pushing the world to the brink of confrontation between nuclear powers by supporting Ukraine with tens of billions of dollars of weapons, some of which are being used against Russian territory. So that means that Russia wants smoke with America, and this is all biblical prophecy. And it says Russia's defense ministry said it would hold military drills, including practice for the preparation and deployment for use of non-strategic nuclear weapons. It said the exercises were ordered by President Vladimir Putin. And it says during the exercises, a set of measures will be carried out to practice the issues of preparation and use of non-strategic nuclear weapons, the ministry said. Missile forces in Southern Military District, aviation, and the Navy will take part, the defense ministry said. The exercise is aimed at ensuring Russia's territorial integrity and sovereignty in response to provocative statements and threats by certain Western officials against the Russian Federation, it said. Oof. It said, Russia and the United States are by far the world's biggest nuclear powers, holding more than 10,600 of the world's 12,100 nuclear warheads. China has the third largest nuclear arsenal, followed by France and Britain, which are also countries mentioned in all this fiasco. So it says Russia has about 1,558 non-strategic nuclear warheads, according to the Federation of American Scientists, though there is uncertainty about exact figures for such weapons due to lack of transparency. No power has used nuclear weapons in war since the United States unleashed the first atomic bomb attacks on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. So America hasn't done it. So that means that we're about due. And what did the Lord say? The Lord said, what? The third woe cometh quickly. So it says major nuclear powers routinely check their weapons. It says major nuclear powers routinely check their weapons, but very rarely publicly link such exercises to specific perceived threats in the way that Russia has. U.S. President Joe Biden said last year that he felt there was no real prospect of Russia using nuclear weapons, but CNN reported that top U.S. official did contingency planning for a potential Russian nuclear strike against Ukraine in 2022. Some Western and Ukrainian officials have said Russia is bluffing over nuclear weapons to scare the West, though the Kremlin has repeatedly indicated that it would consider breaking a nuclear taboo if Russia's existence was threatened. Oh, so they know that's a threat, man. And I'm saying that just to get not everybody all rattled, man. But here it is. What they're gonna do? Well, so if that was the case, why did Donald Trump say what he said a little ways back? That said that one thing he should be scared of everyone scared of is nuclear annihilation. He was talking to the Mexican president. Why would he say that? His whole thing was what? Nuclear destruction, man. Russia is a nuclear super. America and Russia are the main two superpowers nuclear wise, man. So how do they think that they're bluffing, man? Well, have they been bluffing about the Ukraine when they said that? Oh, look, Ukraine want to get down with the United States and NATO. Oh, but then he said what? You want to get down with them? We're gonna do something to you. And what did they do right after? They did something to him, man. They know that they're not bluffing. They know there's something that should be taken seriously. They just don't want to get the public all riled up, man, because they know if they was to say, "Oh yeah, it's a problem," then all in America will go to shit, and then that will make everybody more mad. So why are you helping them? Because in American citizens' eyes, they think that there's no reason for you to be giving Ukraine all this money. So you got already the American citizens already tight about them giving money to the Ukrainians and to the small hats, which are both Amalek, man. So this thing is they're not just bluffing, man. Shit. So it says, we do not see anything new here, said Andrea Yussev, a spokesperson for the Ukrainian military intelligence. Nuclear blackmail is a constant practice of Putin's regime. But who's that really, though? That's the Lord. Because remember, the Lord is about drama. The Lord is mustering the battle. The Lord is just getting the theatrics going. But at the end of the day, this is going to happen. A nuclear war is going to happen. Nuclear annihilation to the America, who is the daughter of Babylon, is going to happen. Because why? It's prophecy. Thus saith the Lord, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. He said the daughter of Babylon that are to be destroyed. And the main catalyst that's going to be behind it is Russia, man. Putting the hooks in their jaw. Ezekiel 38th chapter. Revelation 20th chapter, man. This is all part of Satan's house being divided. Those are all Edomites, man. So it says the defense ministry run by long-term Putin ally Sergei Shoigu did not say which specific Western officials it was referring to in its statement. The Kremlin said that it was in response to remarks by French President Emmanuel Macron, British officials, and a representative of the U.S. Senate. So if they bluffing so much, why are they threatening them? Why they giving into bluff so much? Why they helping Ukraine so much? Makes you one of these things. So if it's nothing to worry about, then why are you assisting Ukraine so much? Why are you saying that it's so important to assist them and giving them tens of billions of dollars? If it's no threat, if it's just blackmail. It said, it says Macron has in public raised the idea of sending European troops to fight Russia and Ukraine, while British Foreign Secretary David Cameron said that Ukraine had a right to use the weapons provided by London to strike targets inside of Russia. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Pesov said Western statements about sending NATO soldiers to Ukraine amounted to a completely new round of escalation of tension. It is unprecedented, and of course, it requires special attention and special measures. Putin warned the West in March that a direct conflict between Russia and the U.S.-led NATO military alliance would mean the planet was one step away from World War III, but said hardly anyone wanted such a scenario. But who wants the scenario? YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. The Lord said the third world coming quickly. Yeah, they're saying that now. Putin's saying that now. But as time goes on, that sentiment is going to change, because why? The Lord said what? I work on the minds of the kings. Matter of fact, real quick, let me get that. That's what? Proverbs. Oops, no. What was it? Hold on, what is it? What did he say? Hold on. I know it's in Proverbs. Oh, Proverbs 21. Okay. So this is the way. This is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1, and it reads, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will." So right now he got it to where like, oh, nobody wants such a scenario. But that's because the Lord hasn't. The Lord is still gathering His elect, and other prophecies still got to come to pass. But these are all part of the prophecies of the third woe coming quickly. So once all these other ducks get put in a row by the Lord is going to have these devils all go to war with each other, man. And then that sentiment is going to change where he did not going to say that, oh, nobody wants such a scenario. Of course they don't want such a scenario, man, because that means if they do that, that means that they know that it's going to be mass casualties, man. And they're all going to lose their power seat. Because they know of the prophecies, man. And they know of the prophets that's out here prophesying against them, calling them the Edomites, man. And telling them that they all going into slavery, man. Putin, Biden, Trump, what's his name? Kiev, not Kiev, Zelensky. All these damn Edomites, Amalekites, Netanyahu, man, y'all all going into slavery under the Israelites, man, under who the world called Jesus Christ, whose name is YAHAWASHI, man. And he said what? He said the king's heart, it said the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. But so this is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 2, and it reads, it says, "Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts." So no matter what Putin thinks, no matter what none of these, the Lord is gonna, He's doing it the way He wants. Because the Lord said, well, He mustereth the battle. Hold up, let me get that real quick. Lord muster. So going back to the article, so it reads, special measures, targets. So it says, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Western statements. No. Okay, so it says Putin warned the West and marked that a direct conflict between Russia and the U.S.-led NATO military alliance would mean the planet was one step away from World War III, but said hardly anyone wanted such a scenario. Now, hold up. Let's see what the Lord had to say about it. So we're going to go to the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14, and it reads, it says, the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So no matter what they want, no matter what Putin, no matter what scenario they think they want, the Lord wants this to go down, and the Lord is going to have this go down. Because why? It's his story. It's His story. The third woe cometh quickly, man. No matter what you want, Putin, no matter what, none of you devils want. The Lord said what? He wants it. This is His will. And no man can, hold up. We get the book of Lamentations, chapter 2, verse 37. And it reads, it says, who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass when the Lord commandeth it not? But if the Lord said that the third woe was going to come quickly, that means that it's coming, and it's coming quickly. But these devils talk about nobody wants such a scenario. But the Lord wants it. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI wants it. And what He wants, so shall it be. I'm just going to read a little bit more of this. So, read a little bit more on this. So it says, war games. It says NATO created in 1949 to provide collective security against the Soviet Union. It's also 1949. Interesting. So it says it's currently holding a steadfast defender exercise, its largest since the end of the Cold War. NATO has not said whether it would include rehearsal of any nuclear element. A nuclear command exercise by NATO in 1983 prompted fears at the top levels of the Kremlin that the United States was preparing for a surprise nuclear attack. 1983. But we're in 2024. So that means that all these countries all these countries getting their nuclear capabilities up and running? Because the Lord is having them do it. Even though they don't want to, even though nobody wants to go to war, but the Lord is mustering the battle. Matter of fact, let's go into that word. Oh, let's find that scripture real quick. I'm not gonna read much more of that, but this is the article from Reuters. So just all you gotta do is type in Putin orders nuclear weapons drills, and plenty of articles is gonna pop up. So let's get to the Lord mustering the battle. The Lord, hold up. I know it's fuck. The Lord mustereth. I know it's in Isaiah 13, yeah, that's right, 13. We're going to go into the book of Isaiah. Go into the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. We're going to start at verse 3. So it reads, it's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 3, and it reads, it says, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from mine anger, even then I rejoice in my highness. Verse 4, and it says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like a people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms, of nations gathered together. Now, what's happening right now? Nations are being gathered together for war, right? It says, great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. And what is the Lord of hosts is who? YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Remember, he said he works on the minds of the kings. They go. He has to go whithersoever he will. Now you got Putin saying like, oh, nobody wants such a scenario now. But what's going to happen as time goes on? As the tensions grow, the tensions are growing more and more. The tensions have been growing. Remember, they used to talk about nuclear tests in the 80s and in the 40s. Now we're in the 2020s. It says, verse 5, it says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of an indignation to destroy the whole land. And what are the weapons of an indignation, man? Them nuclear missiles, man. And now everybody, and just like that, everybody's talking more nuclear talks now. Just like that. So as time goes on. So remember, the thing with Russia and Ukraine, that started in 2022. So this has been going on for a good 2 years now. 2 years and some change to be exact. And there's no plans on stopping. And you see how they haven't been talking about it much. But here it is, with all the stuff going on with the small hats in Ukraine. I mean, the small hats in Palestine. You still got the Russia and the Ukrainian thing. It's all ties into biblical prophecy. And the Lord said, what? He's mustering the battle. Let's see what that word muster means. Let's see what they got for that. Oops. See what they got for that. Oh, this shit frozen. Blue letters frozen. Oh, you. Okay, so that's okay. It's like that. We'll go to etymology. Muster. So the Lord, it says muster, we got early 14th century, it says to display, reveal, to show or demonstrate, to appear, be present, to show, reveal, also in a military sense. Ooh, it says from the Latin, monastrare, it says to show, from nostrum, omen, a sign. Oh, we got another. It says the transitive meaning. It says to collect, assemble, bring together in a group or body, especially for military service or inspection. So that's what the Lord is doing. He said he's mustering the battle. So what? He's assembling, bringing together a group or a body. So he's bringing together all the nations for that World War III, that third world. That's what it means. He's mustering the battle. He's bringing together the nations. That's what it said in the scripture. And let's go back to the script. It says, so going back to that, so it says, Isaiah 13:4, it says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise in the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. So the Lord is bringing together all these nations. I said, what? Joel, the 3rd chapter. Matter of fact, hold up. So, and I'm going to read verse 5, and it says, from Isaiah chapter 13, it says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So, aside from the nuclear missiles, but what also is the weapons of the Lord's indignation? YAHAWASHI, the only begotten Son, who the world called Jesus, man. That's his ultimate weapon, the angel without measure, his first creation, his express image, YAHAWASHI. He's about to send him back. Because remember, he's going to send the Lord back in the midst of the nations fighting. But verse 6 in chapter 13 of Isaiah. So it says, howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Now, what's going to happen to America, man? America's going to be destroyed. What's going to happen to the land of Israel is going to be destroyed, but then that's going to be built back up. But what's going to happen to these nations and their power seat and their governments? Remember the mountains and the hills, the valleys, government bodies. They're going to be destroyed. These nations are going to have no upper hand. They're going to have their lands, but they're not going to have the power structures that they have now. It's not going to be a Russia. It's not going to be a China. It's not going to be a Qatar. There's not going to be none of that. It's going to be all of those nations with their biblical names and in their land and under us, the Israelites, ruling under who? YAHAWASHI. That's what's coming to the world. So howl ye, for the day is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty, man. And that's what's coming. That's what's coming to the earth, man. Just, you ain't seen nothing yet. All that stuff happening with the Palestine and the small hats and Russia, Ukraine, yeah, that's all light. But when the Lord comes back with his heavenly anger, with his heavenly fire, from on high, from the heaven, that's what's coming. Matter of fact, hold up. Let's get that. Go to the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, and it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, man. And what's happening now? All these nations getting prepared for nuclear war. And it's in front of everybody's face. This was going down. And no one could stop it. Yeah, Putin could say, yeah, nobody wants such a scenario, but you saying that now. And so it's May 6th. So-called May 6, 2024. But what's going to happen in May 26, 2024? What's going to happen in June 6, July 6, August 6, September 6th, and you know what's going to happen October 6th, 7th? That's going to be a year since all this just started with the Palestinians and the small hats. And then as this year goes away, and then it's 2025, then what's going to happen? It's going to be 3 years since the Russia-Ukraine thing. And all these wars have not stopped since they started. So what does that really mean? That means that what? The Lord said he's going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Amalek is in all the wars going on right now. Ukraine is Amalek. The small hats is Amalek. A lot of American government officials are Amalek. And ultimately, who? They're the house of Edom, the house of Esau, who is ruling. But he said what? He's going to destroy Esau with his own invention. He said Esau's going to destroy himself with his own inventions, which is what? Those nuclear missiles. That's why they don't want to do it, because they know it's going to lead to just destruction. But little do they know that Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI is controlling them. And he's going to make them. Though they fear, they durst fight. So it says, verse 10 of Joel chapter 3, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Let the weak say, I am strong. Iran, all these other countries, with Hezbollah, Lebanon, Hamas, Gaza, all these countries are building, all these countries are gearing up for war, whether it be great or small. But the Lord said, what? Let the mighty men come up. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. The Gentiles are the heathens, the other nations that have militaries, they have nuclear arsenal. We don't have none of that. Israel, the real Israelites, the real children of Israel don't have none of that. We don't have no nuclear missiles. We don't have no army. We don't have no military, no air force, no navy, no air, none of that. We don't have no unity amongst ourselves, period, on earth. But the Lord's what? These are for these nations to get it in. Verse 11, it reads, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. It said, all ye heathen, Ishmael, Esau, Moab, Ammon, Japhet, Ham, Elam. They all in there. They all in there. Well, not so much Japhet right now, I don't think, but like they, you know what I'm saying? They still heathens. It said, all you heathen, you all gonna get judged. For what you all gonna get judged, and the judgment is coming in the midst of this third woe. When this war happens, remember in what, 2nd Esdras the 13th chapter, it says what? When the nations, when the Lord comes down here, they're gonna see him and be scared and say, what? He gonna make them fight him. This is what's coming, and this all lead up to that day. Every day we live right now. May 6, 2024, then it's gonna be May 7, 2024, May 8th, May 9th, so on and so forth. And then it's gonna be boom, the day of Yahawashi's return, the day Yahawashi came back to the earth, the day every eye saw him again. It says, verse 12 says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And how is Yahweh going to sit there? He's going to send Yahawashi, because Yahweh's not coming to the earth. The Heavenly Father's not coming to the earth. He's sending his son, his only begotten, the first spirit that he created, the firstborn of every living creature. Yahawashi. You devils, man. And Yahawashi gonna holler at every single one of you. Biden, Putin, Netanyahu, Zelensky, Trump, the motherfuckers in Iran, India, all of your heathens. He said, all ye heathens, man. All you people that's not Israelites, and 2/3 of our own people, but starting with you heathens, though, because you heathens are going to be one that's going to go to war with each other. Because remember, Jacob has no dog in this fight. I'm going to jump down to verse 14, and it reads, it says, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision, man, where he's going to do all of this, man, where he's going to judge these nations. This judgment, remember, the Lord's judgment day is coming, man. Everybody feels something crazy is going. Everybody feels that something's up, and they're right, because something is up. And you know what's up? Yahawashi's return, the day of the Lord. It says, verse 15, it says, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. So that means when the missiles go back and forth throughout the earth, especially coming here to America, it's going to be so much smoke, so much fire, so much, it's going to take, the sun and moon is going to be darkened, the stars are going to be darkened. All right. Verse 16, and it says, the Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel, man. The strength of the children of Israel, man. But you heathens are going to be burnt the hell up. You heathens are going to be judged. You heathens are going to be put into captivity. That's what's coming. That's what y'all motherfuckers really don't understand, man, is that the Lord has come back to put you nations in subjection, man. And this is Yahweh's plan from the jump. We just went on, but now the Lord, what? He sent Yahawashi back, and now he's putting us back on. Verse 17, it says, so shall ye know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. Because the people that's in Israel right now, they're strangers, man. Those are not the people that belong in that land to rule in that land. Those are Amalekites. Remember what the Lord had said about Amalek, man. Those are not the real children of Israel. The children of Israel still in the days in their captivity, man. But the Lord said what? As the days go on, he's going to bring again back the captivity off of Israel. And he's going to put it on these nations. Matter of fact, real quick. Then my bio, we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And it reads, and it says, and the Lord thy God, this is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. It says, and the Lord thy God, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee, man. And who hates us, man? Who got the perpetual hatred against Jacob, man? Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, man. The ones that called us niggas, sticks. The ones that the lynchings and the whippings, the atrocities done to us right here on this very soil known as America, man, the daughter of Babylon. This is the place where we got done the dirtiest, man, by the dirtiest of people, the Edomites, the Grecians. It says, verse 8, and it says, that, and thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord and do all his commandments which I command thee this day. How's that going to happen? When the Lord sends Yahawashi back, he's going to put the law, statute, commandments in our inward parts and in our hearts, in our mind, in our being. And that's how we're going to obey him. He's going to program us to obey him forever. Right when we're changed, right here on this side. Go back to the book of Joel real quick. Verse 18 of Joel chapter 3, and it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountain shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and the fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Verse 19, and it reads, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Hey, first and foremost, this land right here, it said Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah. Now, when did that violence against the children of Judah happen? It happened throughout history. Where did it happen? When's the last time, the present time we're at right now? The present time as known as America. Who did he bring over here in cargo slave ships? Who got oppressed the worst over here in this soil and known as America? The so-called Negroes, which are the real children of Judah. And you got to pay for that, Esau. You got to pay for that. So the Lord is allowing you to bomb the hell out of Ishmael, bomb the hell out of whoever. You know what I'm saying? All y'all going back and forth between Esau and Esau. But at the end of the day, you still got to get judged for what you did to the children of Israel, the apple of the Lord's eye. You didn't pay for that at all yet. And you didn't pay for what you did to Yahawashi, man. Throughout all his carnations, man, you was given that spirit hell. You was given the Holy Spirit hell. When he was Adam. You fucking Cain, Isaac, Esau. In the time of David, his son. He was at war. He had war with you Edomites. He had you eat, but he put you Edomites in subjection. But you still was there. And then you got to think about after we fell off as a nation, Esau was always there, because it said what in the book of Obadiah? It said that you was as one of them. The nation that oppresses with it, during the time of the Babylonians. So you Africans, you gotta get got too. So-called Africans. Verse 20, and it says, but Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. And that's not happening with those people right now, in the land of Israel right now. They don't have the law, statute, commandments in their inward parts. And they're all over the place. And they're despised. The Lord said when the children of Israel got back to the land of Israel, the nation shall learn war no more. What's going on right now? Nothing but war. It seems like war has intensified. Verse 21 of Joel chapter 3, it says, for I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion, man. And Zion is who? The nation of Israel, the people of the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Those people in the land right now, those are the people of the bloodline of Abraham and Isaac, but then of Esau. So that's not the ones of the promise. Those are the Edomites. Matter of fact, so if you're talking about Amalek, so this is the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 16. No matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 14, and it reads, and it says, and now behold, I go unto my people, Come therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam the son of Beor hath said, and man whose eyes are open hath said, he hath said, which heard the words of Yahweh, and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. Verse 17, it says, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Shea. Verse 18, it says, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Now, who's Israel going to do valiantly under? Who is that star out of Jacob? Who fits that mold? Who fits that bill? YAHAWASHI. And he says, shall see him, but not nigh. Because now is the time. Now is the time YAHAWASHI is about to come back to the earth, which he hath made through his father Yahweh. Okay? It says, and Edom shall be a possession. Now, who is that? Who is that? If those are the people that's in Israel right now, if those are the real ones, who is Edom then that you have in possession? You don't have nobody in possession. You have the earth in possession, but nobody references you as the children of God. Nobody references you as the children of the God of Jacob. But because you're not Jacob. No matter how much you try to switch your name, Jacob Rothschild, David Rothschild, all that, y'all not the children of Israel, man. You are the children of Esau, Edom, man. And the judgment coming for you is coming right here from the book of Obadiah, the book of Isaiah, the 34th chapter, where his sword shall be bathed in Idumea. Isaiah, the 63rd chapter. Who is this that come from Basra? So this is Numbers chapter 24, verse 20, and it reads, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever, man. And right now you being despised leading up to this. So when you're exterminated, the world is not going to mourn you, man. Why? What's there going to be to miss about you? I'll read that again. And it says, and we looked on number 24 and 20. And it says, and we looked on Amalek. He took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Now, how was he the first of the nations, man? The first to oppress us, man, when we came out of Egypt. Remember, when we came out of Egypt, when we got delivered out of Egypt through the Yahweh and using Moses, who was the first to oppress us when we came out of Egypt, man? You devils, you Amalekites, you rats, you big-nosed, small-head motherfuckers. Matter of fact, let's get that story. Okay, that's Exodus. Okay, so we're gonna start at what was hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Bear with me. Hold up. I know it was... Shit. Hold up. Bear with me. Amalek. Oh, no. I think it's Deuteronomy. Hold on. Salakia. Matter of fact, I'm going to read Exodus 17 first. So this is the book of Exodus chapter 17, verse 8, and it reads, Then came Amalek and fought with Israel and Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, Choose us our men and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of Yahweh in my hand. Verse 10, it says, So Joshua did as Moses had said to him, and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon, and Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands. the one on the one side and the other on the other side. And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And verse 14, it says, and the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. That's what's coming to you small hats, man. And he said, and Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi. For he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. That's going on right now. He's using Amalek right now for war. And Amalek thinks he's winning, and he thinks he's going to win. They think they're going to come up victorious over this, man. And in the course of all, they think they're going to come out victorious, man. But you're not. You still don't have to worry about the God, the King of Kings, the God of Jacob, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. You are not Jacob. You are not Judah. This is your future. You're gonna be blotted out. You're gonna blot out your remembrance from under heaven, man. But let's get the other one. So why are you the first of the nations? I think that's if my memory serves me right. Yup, Deuteronomy, the 25th chapter. Now you read Deuteronomy, the 25th chapter. It talks about rules and regulations, like basically like having issues with each other. I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna go straight to the point. But let's see where I start out. Now I'm gonna read from the first verse. So it says Deuteronomy 25:1. It says, if there be a controversy between men, and they shall come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. Verse 2, and it says, and it shall be, if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten, that the judge shall cause him to lie down and to be beaten before his face, according to his fault by a certain number. 40 stripes he may give him and not exceed, lest if he should exceed and beat him above these with many stripes, then thy brother should seem violent to him. Now when you read that, it talks about like basically like fucked up situations and abominable things. So when you read that, it goes down to verse 17. So when you read the book of Deuteronomy, the 25th chapter, and really and read that list, read that stuff, and then think about this verse. And then jump down to verse 17. It says, remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when you were come forth out of Egypt. So when we came out of Egypt, who was the first to oppress us? These damn Amalekites. Who was there? It says, remember Amalek. That's what the people in Israel right now. That's the people in our land. The head Edomites, the ones that control even the other Edomites, because the Amalekites are also the elites. The elites are Amalekites. So it says, verse 18, it says, how he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou was faint and weary, and he feared not Yahawah. So when we came out of Egypt and we was tired, we was fucked up, he targeted us from the back when we were weakened and tired and faint. That's what you damn devils did, man. And you still oppressing us to this day. Not showing favor to the look what you doing to them, man. I'm about to end it off anyway. So this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 19, and it reads, therefore shall be, when the Lord thy God hath given thee rest from all thy enemies round about, in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it. So where Amalek is now, it says inheritance to possess it. It says that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it, man. Nobody forgot what you did, Amalek. And now on top of that, what you're doing right now, you first off, you bleeding the other Edomites dry, because Americans, those are Edomites too, and they can't stand your guts right now. The Arab countries, the Islamic Republic countries, everybody's despising you. That's the book of Obadiah. You shall be despised and small among the heathen. And now you fit in that bill more and more. And now you're being exposed. Now everybody sees you for what you are, a piece of shit. Okay? But hey, man, everybody's getting nuclear ready, man. Putin declared those nuclear drills. It's going down. It's going down soon enough. And then not too much, the MOTB, man. And then we're going to be out of this bitch. So, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Divine honor to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all true sincerity. Shalom.